We talk about news, religion, politics, and lots more. You'll find it all at no other channel but JIZO Expression.
In recognition of our strong partnership, and thanks to the progress of your administration, you have been a champion in terms of democratic reforms in this country, and in that way have expanded our partnership. And so today then is part of the strengthening of the relationship between our two countries, and under your leadership,
Yes,
I have full confidence that we will be able to do just that.
it's my commitment. Thank you.
And the Biden-Harris administration is committed to strengthening this relationship going forward. Today we will discuss many topics. We have discussed a few already, but the topics and just yesterday you participated, as you mentioned, in the Summit for Democracy. On the subject of economic growth, good governance delivers predictability, stability, and rule of law, which businesses need to invest. Working together, it is our shared goal to increase economic investment in Tanzania and strengthen our economic ties. To do so, I am pleased to announce a series of new initiatives. One, the Export-Import Bank will sign an MOU with Tanzania, which will facilitate up to $500 million.
It's crazy, isn't it? You're hearing how much she's announcing that she's going to give to Africa. I know a lot of people, oh my God, Americans are so giving, Americans are so compassionate. America are the most hypocritical country on earth. Their hypocrisy is so high. Like you can see the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, she went to Africa. I mean, she was well received with the joy of the first female black president, Vice President of the United States, a color vice president, because her dad is Jamaican, a black man. Okay, her mom is Indian. So she's half black, half white, but more of black. So Africans were like so happy, especially the little girls, like seeing that vision of a woman, that a woman can be anything you want to be. But they're not going for the purpose. Not knowing the purpose she came down for until she started opening her mouth. And they're like, okay, wait a minute. You all can hear how many millions she's promising the African. This very video you all just saw now was in Tanzania, when she's promising to give Tanzania $100 million. For what purpose? Just for them to accept the LGBT. So what is the purpose? If truly it's for the human right purpose, why do you have to pay people to accept the human right purpose? We all have human right as human beings, right? So what is so important about this LGBTQ, whatever they call themselves? Yeah, LGBTQ square, whatever they call themselves. And y'all can believe it. It's not all of Americans. It's just the Democrat. The Republicans are against this holistically total nonsense. The Republican against it. It's just the Democrat. Y'all can believe our own brother Barack Obama was the first American president that make it legal, that legalized LGBTQ, transgender, whatever. And since then, it has become a problem in the world. It has never been before. And you're going to be thinking, why are they always choosing Africa? If they want to test a chemical, test anything, it's Africa. Is it only Africa that is there? Why? Why can't they go to Iraq? Why can't they go to Afghanistan? Why can't they go to North Korea? Why can't they go to China? Why can't they go to India or Russia? Hey, no, they can't. Why can't they go to Turkey? Those guys will stand with them force to force, man to man, military on military. Just they took advantage over Africa because they know that Africa is the weakest. We're not the weakest. It's just that they were breaking us apart in a little piece here and there. You know what I mean? But I think God should grant us the desire to elect good leaders in our countries. A leader like the new Kenyan president, that man is fearless. He talks exactly how it is. We need more of this new Kenyan president to speak for Africans. Yeah? We need this new more. You can hear how much she's giving. And believe it, no, that money she's giving is even little money. An African man in Africa Someone like Dangote. We have a lot of Dangotes in Africa. Do you know how many of Dangotes we have in Nigeria? Dangote just happened to be the richest man on Africa. We got more than 20, 30, 40, 50 Dangotes in Nigeria, in Egypt, in Ethiopia, wherever. We have them. Those little money she's promising to buy you, your choice, your agenda, your believing, to changing your mind. We have African leaders that can give that money within a minute. They can snap a check. Yeah? Africa is not for sale. Gone are the days that you guys took advantage over our illiterate forefathers. This new generation, we're not going to let it be. You're coming to offer money, and at the end of the day, they're not told you, no, we're sorry, we can't accept this money if it's based on your LGBTQ. And now you're like, oh, you're going to take back your money. Shame on America. The hypocrisy is enough. America should learn how to stay on the lane. Yeah? I'm going to attach another video right now of somebody that I know that can stop this nonsense. But however, before then, I want you guys to stay tuned. I want you guys to feel the reaction of people back in Africa, what they think, and how they are feeling this vibe about America coming to Africa, telling us what to do, telling our leaders what to do, like they're telling little kids of what to do and how to behave. Stay tuned. Watch the reaction of these Africans.
First of all, let's get this straight. United States, USA, whatever the fuck you guys call yourself, you cannot go around the fucking world and start bullying people to do stuff because you guys are okay with all this bullshit and nonsense. Africa is not your fucking country. If you want to accept all this LGBTQ stuff going on here, that's fine. That is fine. That don't give you the right to go try to bully other country to do this fucking shit. There are culture in Africa, and that culture they want to keep. I know you guys don't understand nothing about culture, but it's okay. You cannot bully the Uganda president, the Liberian president, to legalize LGBTQ. Legalize LGBTQ for what? For what? What goes on in America goes on in the Western world. Don't have to go on in Africa. And I love what the Uganda president says. You and your aid. Keep your aid. Uganda has so much resources. They don't need your fucking aid. You guys are the one that need African aid. Because without African, y'all cannot survive anyway. Y'all cannot survive anyway. Why the hell are you always trying to bully people? The time of bulliness is over. Africa had enough of your motherfucking asses. Keep your asses in America and in Europe. If you don't like the way they are going or according to their laws, don't go there. Don't go there. Keep your ass in America. Keep your ass in Europe. That is just simple.
Is she wrong? Let's be honest here. How would you feel if a bully came into your house and tried forcing their new religion and their rules in your home? This is how they feel, and this is what they're saying. Do you agree with them? Let me know in the comments down below. Check this one out.
Why are they going to Africa to beg Africans and to force Africans to accept homosexuality in Africa? This is a big insult to black African countries. Why are they not going to Saudi Arabia to ask them to accept homosexual? Americans will never wake up and go to Morocco and tell them to accept homosexual. Americans will never wake up and go to Tunisia and tell them to accept homosexual. But they can wake up and go to Ghana, Congo, Togo, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, Nigeria, South Africa, Uganda, Kenya, all these African countries, they can wake up and go there and ask them to accept homosexual. It's a big insult to black Africanhood. I want to send this message to Americans, that Americans, UK, and all European prime ministers, stop insulting black Africans by going to Africa and telling us to accept homosexuality in our countries. If you accept homosexuality in America, that is America. We don't have nothing to do with that. That's your business. But you can't go to my Africa and to ask for my black Africans to accept homosexuality in Africa.
What do you think about that? But the United States government has a lot of money, and that's what they use. They think they can pay African leaders to take bribes and go against the citizens' rights. It's happened for centuries, but not so fast. They tried it once in 2016 with Obama and again in 2023. Here's what the president of Uganda, Museveni, had to say to the Obama administration back in 2016 and now to the Biden administration in 2023.
The world. What I can tell you about steps the United States might take in response is that we are undertaking a review of our relationship with Uganda in light of this decision.
The outsiders cannot dictate to us. This is our country, this is our society, this is our future, it is not anybody's future. And the outsiders will have to live with us, or if they don't want, they take their aid and we shall. Uganda is very rich, we don't need aid. In fact, aid is part of the problem. Nobody is hunting them. But because they come and want to force us to say homosexuality, oh yeah, that's how you get now a backlash. They are the ones who are provoking all this.
We have grave concerns with the passage of the Anti-Homosexuality Act, AHA, by the Parliament of Uganda yesterday, and increasing violence targeting LGBTQI+ persons.
That's how you become a prostitute. Those who like easy life end up as prostitutes. And that's what they want us to be. They want Africa to be prostitutes. Do what we don't believe in because we want money. And this is what I told them. Whenever they come to me, I say, you please shut up.
If the AHA is signed into law and enacted, it would impinge upon universal human rights, jeopardize progress in the fight against HIV/AIDS.
Who said money would get you whatever you wanted? The United States tried it. Ain't happening. Listen, America, you can't just pay everybody off anymore. That's over. Africa is going all-out beast mode and keeping it 100. If God is for you, who can be against you? I love Africans because together, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. We are the world together as one. I want to let those Africans know in Africa, the vast majority of people in America stand with you. If you agree that Africa's culture should not be infringed upon, let me know. If you disagreed, let me know in the comments. Listen to what these two young ladies had to say. Roll the tape.
Americans, Africans, we are tired.
We are really tired.
At first, you came very well in
With
peace.
your Christianity.
With your Christianity, we took it and it's really helping us.
It is working. Some of us, we are staunch Christians now, and God is working miracles in our life.
Now you're eating your own words. You're saying that you brought family plan. And yet in the Bible it says that
God has made us to go and produce and fill the world.
But now you're bringing family planning. The family planning which is bringing cancer to people.
We are burying people.
We are burying people.
Continuous bleeding.
Continuous bleeding.
Women can bleed anytime.
We are taking it. From there we are still healing that wound. You're bringing the LGBT sort of, which I don't know, this homosexual.
So what is your problem?
You are telling us we are supposed to produce and multiply.
Policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare, and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Please hit a like and share. Subscribe to my channel, J-Ezo Expression, and comment below. Thank you for watching J-Ezo Expression. Big up.